Hello, my name's Dave Suckling and you're watching another episode of Fresh Off the Press English. Today we're talking about being lonely. It's Monday the 10th of September 2018. This news comes from US News. The news is about being lonely. And maybe if you are lonely, you have no friends, no family, it could be bad for your health. It's unhealthy to be alone. Let's look at the headline. Research suggests social isolation and feeling lonely may rival obesity as a threat to people's health. Isolation, 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 being isolated, being alone. It means being alone, being lonely, not having anybody to talk to, no one to play with, no one to hang out with. You are in isolation, you are isolated, meaning being alone. Rival. Rival. Now, a rival is a person or a thing in a competition. So here's me and my brothers are my rivals. We're always trying to beat each other. We're always trying to beat each other. They are my rivals. Rival. Obesity. Obesity. Now, obesity meaning being very fat. Being so fat, it's actually a disease. You're actually so fat that you are sick because you are fat. That is called obesity. Now, this is talking about being lonely and being fat. And actually, when we talk about how healthy these things are, they are rivals. There's a chance that actually being lonely could be more unhealthy than being fat. Let's keep going. Feeling sad, lonely, and useless is more than just an emotional quagmire for millions of Americans. Researchers now contend that social isolation and loneliness may be a public health hazard. Quagmire. Quagmire. This word, quagmire, it literally means being stuck in mud, let's say, okay? Being stuck somewhere. It's difficult to get out of it. So here we're talking about people being lonely. People just get stuck into being lonely and they can't escape the feeling, the emotions. They get stuck in a quagmire. They're basically stuck in the mud of loneliness. They can't get out of it. A quagmire. Health hazard. Health hazard. Now, a hazard meaning a danger. And so health meaning your body, how good you are with your body, be a danger for your body, a health hazard. Something dangerous for your body, something dangerous for your health, bad for your health, a health hazard. A 2018 survey indicates that Generation Z, adults between ages 18 and 22, may be the loneliest group of Americans. Generation Z. Generation Z. Now, this word generation is just a way where we can cut people of different ages into different groups. So this group of people in our society we call Generation Z, and it's people aged between 18 and 22. People born around the year 2000. Generation Z. It's clear that being alone and unhappy about it are risk factors for early illness and death that need to be discussed more openly and for which solutions must continue to be developed. Risk factors. Risk factors. Now, a risk factor. So it's saying being alone is a danger, it's a risk, and it actually can add to your chances of dying earlier or becoming sick more often. It's a factor, meaning a part of it, a factor, meaning a piece of something, a part of something. A risk factor, a dangerous part of becoming sick and dying early is being lonely. If you are lonely, there's a chance that you will die earlier or get sicker more often. It's a risk factor. Let's look at today's new words. Isolation. Isolation. Rival. Rival. Obesity. Obesity. Quagmire. Quagmire. Health hazard. Health hazard. Generation Z. Generation Z. Risk factors. Risk factors. These are interesting words, useful words when we're talking about our health, useful words when talking about our society in general, and of course being lonely, you know. Write these words down and remember them. Point from the article was that being lonely is bad for your health if you are unhappy about being lonely. So obviously, actually, I think the link we need to make is happiness is good for your health. It's if you're unhappy, then this can be bad for you because you feel stress, you feel pressure, your body doesn't feel comfortable, and then you can get sick. You know, you don't feel relaxed. So I don't think it's only about being lonely, but of course, many people in the society today, many people in our world today feel lonely. Don't know what we can do about it. What can we do to help these people? I mean, get out and meet people. Got to get out into the world and take a chance and say hello to some people and see where it leads. It's better than dying early anyway, or being sad. Thank you for watching this episode of Fresh Off the Press English. I hope I can see you again tomorrow for another interesting news story from around the world. As always, don't be bored, be busy. Thank you. Bye-bye.